Okay. There's 6 of them. There's more to come, but there's 6 of them for right now. And actually, I think only 2 of them are ready to be potted up. This guy over here has 2 growths. And this one is my Cycnodes Jumbo Puff, and it grew this new bulb, and the old bulb rotted and died. It was very sad. But this bulb is very plump and looks really, really good. And I think it's going to do very, very well for me this year. Especially now that I kind of know what I'm doing. This guy was the one that bloomed for me. And it was the Catasetinae tenebrosum, and it ended up getting rot, and I had to remove a couple of its bulbs. And this pseudobulb here is really badly shriveled, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. But the new pseudobulb looks fine. Doesn't have, it's got this little eye here, but it's not really in growth, so I don't know if it's going to or what. We'll just leave it alone for now. Put that aside. This one here, my Catasetum sanguinum, doesn't look like it's doing anything. It's such a weird shape, isn't it? It's got like this bizarre chopped off end. And then the pseudobulb, the new one, grew over here. I'm gonna have a really hard time figuring out how to plant that one up this year, or pot that one up this year. And here we've got Catasetum fimbriatum, and this one did okay for me, not awesome. Its pseudobulb is much smaller. I think I put it in too small of a pot last year, so this year I will change my style. And this one as well has grown in this really strange shape. This back bulb is very shriveled as well, so I'm gonna, sorry about that, gonna have to keep an eye on it. It's not squishy, but it's not as firm as it should be, or as I'd like. And then this guy here, my FTK After Dark, it had a tiny, tiny little shriveled pseudobulb that was a back bulb, and that totally desiccated when I checked on this a few weeks ago. So this is the new bulb, and it's plump and it looks good, but it doesn't have anything happening to it, so we'll keep that in the closet. And we will pot these 2 guys up.
Hello all. Maria Young's recent update about her Catasetum orchids has inspired me to try to do something with this little guy. This is sort of a weird case. As you can see, I've tried to help the roots on this bizarre pseudobulb situation move down into the moss below, but the roots have stopped growing, and, well, I guess there's one root. By the way, sorry about all the wind. There's one root that seems to still have some green left on it. But the others have all stopped growing. And I'm not even really sure what Catasetum this is from. The pseudobulb popped off of one of my other plants and I just found it. But the growth is coming from the top part of the pseudobulb. You can see that it does have leaves that are doing fine. But I think this is a good candidate for her terrarium style of growing method. So I'm going to give that a shot, and let's see what happens. I don't necessarily care all that much if this Catasetum dies. I mean, I'll be sad, but I won't cry about it. So I think it's a really good candidate for this experiment. You can see my cats in the background eating grass. That should lead to some fun puking later. Joy.
And here are the various parts. We've got a cut up soda bottle, and we have the bottom of a party cup that's been chock full of holes. So basically, the idea is I'm going to fill the bottom with water. I'm going to put this on top of it till it goes a little bit lower. I'm going to put the plant right on there, and then this is going to fit right on top. Cut some slits and holes in this too, and I will leave it, I'll leave the cap off so that there's a little bit of air circulation. Alright, stay tuned and I'll show you the finished product. Finished product. It's definitely not very pretty, but the plant is pretty snug in there, pretty safe, sitting atop this party cup, which is atop water. There you have it. I'll keep you posted. Hello YouTube friends. Here is an update on the Catasetinums. I have one inside. One of them has already started to go dormant. So I placed it indoors because we've had a ton of rain, and I don't want it to continue getting wet. But also most of my cattleyas are inside too because it's been kind of getting cold. But you can see they've done pretty well. Not all of them, and I'll show you two examples of ones that have not done well. But these guys are not going into dormancy anytime soon. I have not seen any brown leaves. And I've got a spike right here. This one's Catasetum sanguineum, I think. Yeah. And it has only three buds, so I have no idea what this is gonna look like, what it's gonna be like. I mean, I know what they look like, but I don't know if it's gonna be female, male, what happened. It's a pretty small plant, so that's probably why there's only 3 buds on it. This one has done very well for me, as is the one that was inside. But you can see that the previous bulb is actually bigger than this bulb. So I think next year I'm actually going to put more fertilizer in my pots. These are lessons that we learn from growing. These guys over here are pretty small still, and they likely will not bloom, but hopefully they will get enough pseudobulbs so that they can maintain some energy, and maybe next year I'll see some blooms. Who knows? I'm hopeful. So that's what's going on with these guys. I will show you some examples of 2 that are not doing well at all, one of which I'm pretty sad about. But what can you do? You win some, you lose some. Oh, I wanted to quickly show you what spider mite damage looks like. This is pretty bad spider mite damage. I had a terrible spider mite infestation, and I caught it too late. And actually it attacked one of my dendrobiums, and it got all the new leaves. Every single one of the new leaves on this dendrobium got eaten by spider mites. They're really terrible. I used neem oil on them, and it's been pouring, so they've seemed to have hidden or gone away or something, but I'll keep an eye out. Alright, let me show you the bad cases. So this is the Catasetum I mentioned that's doing really well. It started to go into dormancy, so I brought it inside because of all the rain. But I'll keep you posted on it. I'm hoping that we will see a spike soon. Fingers crossed. And then over here are the 2 that are doing terribly. One of them is, it sort of broke off from another, I think it was a Catasetum sanguineum, but I'm not 100% sure. And then the other one is my tenebrosa, which is, it's really sad that this is doing so badly, because for those of you who have been following me for a while, this bloomed for me and was just, did so well. It was just such a beautiful plant, but somehow it has decided to croak. Anyway, I'm trying Maria Young's experiment here to get some root growth in the hopes that I can keep it alive through the winter. But I got a little bit of root growth and then they kind of stopped growing. So I don't really know what's going to happen, and I don't really know what to do. If any of you have any advice, recommendations, or any ideas about what I can do, that would be great. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to buy another plant. It's just, I guess that's in the end what you end up doing, right? Well, so that's the sad side here. But this one did really well. Here's the new pseudobulb, and it's just about the same size as the old one. And this is a Sunset Valley orchids purchase, so I think I did pretty well with this guy. He grew really well for me. So yeah, looking on the bright side. All right, thanks for watching. One last thing. This month's Orchids magazine, which is put out by the American Orchid Society, has a chapter on catasetums and their kin. And I just wanted to read to you this really interesting little tidbit on page 669. It says, "You may have heard that bright light conditions cause female flowers to form, but cultural factors have more influence than light intensity over the sex of the flowers. Only a very healthy and robust plant can carry these very large seed capsules through the dormant period, so only vigorously growing plants with sufficient energy stores produce female flowers, while male flowers are produced by a plant having fewer resources." Discuss. Sue Bottom, photographs by Terry Bottom. Very, very interesting. I wonder if any of you have any comments on that. All right, well, looking forward to it.